I'm making this video in response to requests about the therapies that worked best for my son, and this is not an advice or recommendations to follow. I'm just sharing my own experience. We had a lot of different therapies, and some worked for us, some had no effect, and some had negative effect and caused regress. So today I'll talk about therapies that really worked for us. When we found out that our son is on a spectrum, he was 2 years and 3 months, and the first things that we did, it was parallel. We started Therapies therapy, which is sound therapy. The Therapies method is a neurosensory stimulation listening therapy. Dr. Alfred Therapies developed a device that helps train the brain by enhancing its perception of specific frequencies that some individuals miss. While listening to music, the headset also delivers a very high vibration at the top of the skull, which helps the brain connect the sound and vibration of each frequency, listening through air and bone conduction. We had 2 courses, and also parallelly I gave our son lecithin. Lecithin is naturally found in egg yolks, sunflower seeds, liver, wheat germ and soybean. It functions as precursor for choline. Lipid substances that contain choline may improve the brain's functional pathways. Whether they worked in combination or whether it is something one, it's hard for me to say, but he started talking, because before that he was speechless. He lost his speech completely. And then he started to have sounds, syllables, and gradually, slowly, step by step, he started to have speech. Before that we had no training, no ABA, and after first course of sound therapy together with lecithin, we started to do training in ABA. Big difference during our ABA therapy was so-called extinction, when a few times we had to go through not responding to my son's hysterics, when he wanted something without naming it or saying. So we've continued with our ABA therapy for years. We try to do 4 or 5 hours per day. For a few years we've been training, and until we were ready to go to school. Parallelly, other therapies that we did, it was from time to time we've been going on a course, a sport intensive course. And I've seen the change, I've seen the progress in development of my son, and also we found a very nice teacher for music therapy, and we've been in music therapy for years, and we're still continuing now online. Also, we had several courses in body dynamics and were very happy with the results.
I never really know what's going
Another therapy that worked for us was Feldenkrais therapy. There is video about it on my channel. After the course on Feldenkrais therapy, I have noticed the difference in social response of my son. And when before he was quite aggressive towards other children on the playground, especially small children, and after the Feldenkrais therapy, he was it was gone. And another thing that really worked for us were the sessions with our osteopath, and this is like cranial sacral therapy, and we were lucky enough to find the best osteopath, I think, on the entire planet. And it's a pity, of course, that she's now in another country and we cannot continue sessions for the moment. Parallelly to all the therapies we did, I paid a lot of attention to my son's diet and nutritional interventions. There is a video on my channel about gut and brain connection. And last but not least is what really helped me most and definitely influenced my son in a positive way was when I started to work on myself. When I went to the therapist and started to work on my emotional state, and when I started to learn what acceptance really is, and that acceptance, the true acceptance, doesn't mean giving up. In our case, there was no magic pill. We used the complex approach and saw gradual improvements.